Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 19th of May, 2024. Awesome. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you all, this time with another fragrance rotation video. So what do you think about that? I thought as much. Anyway, this week has been unusual weather-wise. There has been good weather, there has been bad weather. I say unusual, it's the most usual British weather that you can possibly imagine. But it's tending in the right direction, you know? So that is fun. And we shall start, as we always do, at the beginning. And on Monday... Whoa. On Monday, I wore a perfume made by one of my favourite, if not my favourite perfume, is right up there. Homme de Grès. This was made by Gerard Anthony and released in 1996. The right fragrance at the wrong time. This is citrus, like bergamot, lime, fresh at the top, with a floral mid and a mossy smoke moss kind of base. I absolutely love it. It's massively underrated. Nobody ever talks about it. It smells like it came from 1986 rather than 1996, though. Gerard Anthony kind of had a habit of doing that, actually, releasing... Apart from with Crystal Ball by Balenciaga, I think that was the right fragrance at the right time. It was released in just after Jaipur Pour Homme, just before Bois d'Argent by Dior. So it was in that creamy, vanillic, benzoine, resinous thing. Although that's probably one of the only ones I don't really like, if I'm honest, by him. But not to worry. This is fantastic, and if you can find it for a good price, I absolutely would. It's aromatic. It's like it's made in the style of a sheep. Chypre, not a sheep with wool. It's fresh, but it's got body. It's fantastic. It's absolutely awesome. And now, nearly 30 years after the fact, for me, it's a vintage classic, but I don't mind it being a hidden gem. Well, I say a hidden gem. It's not hiding from anyone, but nobody talks about it. Doesn't get the love it deserves. Anyway, we move on. Tuesday. Tuesday is something that has got the love it deserves, and is also a fantastic fragrance. And this is Sartorial. And when I was wearing this, I thought, what has prompted me to wear this? And then when I was wearing it, I was thinking, what does this remind me of? And then it came to me. It reminds me of Acne Studios by Frederic Malle, their latest release, except much better. It's got that starchy laundry thing going on that Sartorial does really well. It's got lavender. Obviously, the beeswax in it is huge. I get some violet leaf from it. Leather, resins, myrrh, tonka, all that good stuff in the base. But it's fresh. Again, it's a fresh video with body. It's very elegant. It's very... It covers a lot of... It covers a lot of ground. That it does a lot of things, does Sartorial by Penhaligon's, and for me, it's their best fragrance. Beautiful lavender, starchy lavender, but it's the extras. It's the little cameos that appear from like the beeswax and the leather and the violet leaf, myrrh, patchouli, cedar, All those little things that happen throughout the fragrance, absolutely amazing. Okay. Wednesday. On Wednesday, I wore a fragrance which reminds me of Cristobal by Balenciaga, except it's much better. And it came out the same year, I think. And this is Body Koros. Maybe Body Koros came out the year after. But this is an Anik Monado special. Eucalyptus, benzoin, frankincense. Beautiful. Creamy, ambery. A little sweet, but not in an overbearing sucrose kind of way. Fresh, clean. Spring and autumn fragrance, I think. It might be a little bit dense for the summer, and it might be a little bit light for the winter. But you could make this your signature scent, no problem. It's a brilliant fragrance, still available, I think, as well. You know, and you can get them on. You used to be able to get them at discounters for like 30 quid. I don't know what it is now, but yes, same year as Cristobal Balenciaga, very similar in structure, but a lot more interesting and a lot better in my opinion. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Next up we have a fragrance which is absolutely imperious, and it is fantastic, and everything about it is brilliant. And I don't know if you've smelled it, but if you haven't, you should. This is Ma Liberté by Jean Patou, made by the incredible Jean Curlieu. Released in 1987. I think it was advertised, or they let people think it was for women. But you could easily wear this as a man, especially nowadays. It's got stuff like clove, lavender, cinnamon, nutmeg, all those like traditionally masculine kind of fragrances, but it's rounded out by this like musk, vanilla, sandalwood kind of thing, so it doesn't become overbearing. It just smells creamy and fresh and high quality. A little bit of a sharp opening. I'm scared the spray is going to go on these, because it always does on vintage bottles, but as long as I don't batter it and I use it once or twice, well, once a week I suppose, then it seems to be doing okay. The spray is amazing actually, but you can see the dent I've put in that. I absolutely love this stuff, absolutely love it. It is high quality. I think you can still find bottles of it. You want the ones marketed by Jean Patou, because I think they still made it after the company was sold, or after Curlieu left. So be careful, because they decimated a lot of the Jean Patou fragrances. But this is Ma Liberté. I highly recommend that you go out there and try and find it. Okay. Next up, Friday. And on Friday, I wore a vintage Hype Beast classic. All those other words that people use to describe these kind of fragrances. And this is Gucci Noble, or Gucci Nobile. It is fantastic, but it's not as good as what people say it is, and it's certainly not as good as the prices on the second-hand market suggest. For me, Smalto Pour Homme is better. A very similar fragrance. It's like a spicy, green, aromatic, fougere type thing. Lavender, of course. Oak moss, of course, green, rosemary, bergamot, patchouli, vetiver. It is very, very nice. Absolutely, not denying that one bit, but it is not worth the aftermarket prices whatsoever. The prices are more of an indication of where the modern designer market is at, rather than where this fragrance is, because this, if it was released today, would be better than 99.9. It would be better within the margin of error of everything else being out there. Everything else, including private lines. This is absolutely stunning. It is fantastic, but it is not a $400 fragrance. Then I have doubts, because I think if you look what else is out there for that kind of money, you're not getting this kind of quality anymore. Which is a shame, and it shouldn't be that way. But that is the way it is. So the price point of this fragrance is more a reflection on the modern designer market than it is on the vintage designer market, if that makes sense. Which I'm not sure it does. Okay, next. Next up, we have a modern niche classic, in my opinion. I really, really, really love this stuff, and I really, really enjoyed wearing it. I will struggle to show you the dent, but the dent is mighty. It's between 1/3 and 1/2. And this is Healy's Menthe Fraîche. An absolutely wicked fragrance. It is brilliant. It is creamy, it is green, it is fresh. It is all the mints, peppermint, spearmint. It has green tea. I will do a comparison between this and Herba Fresca one day, because they're definitely in the similar kind of vein. But this, I don't know if this isn't quite as sharp at the top. You know, like sharp might be the wrong word. I would say this is more kind of creamy and like a creme de menthe, whereas Herba Fresca is more like a water-based kind of mint drink. You know, this is like a milk, dairy-based kind of milk drink. The other one, Herba Fresca, that's like water-based. It's thinner. It smells like less viscous or more viscous. I cannot remember what I've said now. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. But this is brilliant. Reapplication after 6 hours. Brilliant. Don't be afraid to reapplicate, friends. You've got a lot of perfumes. Get them used. There is my dent. It is mighty. It be thick. Oh Lord, he coming. This is edition 2. It's got edition 2 written on it. I don't know what that means. I should really ask. Whether I'd get a response or not is another thing. But mint and tea go together like bread and butter. Fabulous. Okay, and on the last day, we have another mint fragrance. It's not mint in and of itself, but it has mint, and it is distinctly minty, and I really enjoy it. And this is my latest purchase, Creed Viking. Creed Viking, the last of the good Creeds, maybe. It got panned when it came out. Everybody was very disappointed because it wasn't Aventus 2. Not realizing, everybody was like, "Oh, it's the fragrance released after Aventus." Incorrect. Royal Oud was released after Aventus, but this is fantastic, and it gets a bad rep. It's peppermint, lemon, lavender, rose, sandalwood. Beautiful perfume. Absolutely love it. I will be talking about it at length in the coming weeks. So I hope you will look forward to that. And I will say thank you very much for watching, everyone. I will see you all again soon. Bye.